So, if you like Nintendo and you want to get one of those old Nintendo Switch consoles, the price is going to go up. That's right, everybody. Nintendo has confirmed that it will be increasing the cost of its older generation consoles. Here's the official post from Nintendo. Nintendo Switch pricing update. Pricing for the original Nintendo Switch family of systems and products will change in the United States based on market conditions effective August 3rd, 2025. These include Nintendo Switch OLED model, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch Lite, and select Nintendo Switch accessories. Other Nintendo products, including certain Nintendo Switch 2 accessories, select Amiibo, and the Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo. I'm alarmo at these price increases. We'll also see adjustments. Pricing for the Nintendo Switch 2 system, physical and digital Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as Nintendo Switch Online memberships will remain unchanged at this time. However, please note that price adjustments may be necessary in the future. So don't worry, everybody. If you haven't got the console yet, the prices could increase even further in the future. Now, Nintendo's not the only company doing this, but here's a sneak peek at what we can probably expect. Nintendo Switch console prices are already in effect at Target, says Wario64. The OLED went from $350 to $399. The non-OLED went from $300 to $339. And the Switch Lite went from $200 to $229. Alarmo went from $100 to $110. There's something in my eye. I'm just so upset about these price increases. The Joy-Con 2 controllers went from $95 to $100. Now, Wario did post an update saying it looks like Target reverted these prices back to their original pricing, so either Target realized they adjusted prices too early and changed them back. The price update was incorrect and could be different on August 3rd. So yeah, it could be even more. So we don't know if Target already knows the price increase or if Target's going to have to adjust them again and actually make them more expensive, but this is a trend that I do not like. Nintendo isn't the only one doing it. We know that Xbox and PlayStation have also increased their prices. I think this is a big reason why we've seen these recent stories about Xbox going multi-platform. There's a rumor that Starfield's going to be multi-platform. I might make a short about that or something. And there's a lot of rumors about the fact that PlayStation is considering bringing their digital games to more platforms. Why? Well, because hardware is expensive to manufacture and ship. I do not like this, but the Xbox Series X will now cost $600 as Microsoft increases console and game prices. This was from back in May. This was on May 1st, if you remember, when the tariffs were happening and everything. Here's what they said back then. Upcoming games will cost $80, while there's a $100 rise on 2020's Xbox Series X. Now, Microsoft has since backpedaled on that just a little bit. And now games will not cost $80. They have reduced them back to $70. No word yet on, I don't think they've confirmed what the physical edition costs. But here's what Games Industry said. Microsoft has confirmed global price rises for Xbox hardware and software, including a $100 bump for the Xbox Series X in the US. First-party game prices will remain the same for the time being, but will climb to $80. Turns out that wasn't actually a thing that ended up happening. And the recommended retailer price hikes kick in today, May 1st, 2025. So basically it happened right away. And what was the result? We just had the earnings call from Microsoft for the fiscal year. Yeah, guess what? Another 22% hardware decline. Why? Nobody in their right mind would buy hardware that has been marked up in price this significantly to get something that's aging out. You're at the middle of the console cycle and you're increasing the prices. It's not going to be good in terms of hardware. And I wonder if that means that they're going to be diversifying their prices. And with Nintendo increasing the price of their older hardware, that seems odd to me because most of that inventory has probably been shipped to the States already. So maybe they're just getting ahead of it. Anyway, PS5 price to rise in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. This was April 13th, 2025. Disk drive for PS5 price will also be reduced in these regions. So even Nintendo made some significant, sorry, not Nintendo, PlayStation made some significant updates to their pricing structure. With the backdrop of a challenging economic environment, including high inflation and fluctuating exchange rates, SIE has made the tough decision to raise the recommended retail price of the PlayStation 5 console in select markets in Europe, Middle East and Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. The updated PS5 RRPs are effective starting April 14th, and then Xbox made their announcement shortly after. So all of these companies, they're coming out and they are saying they need to charge you more money. This is something that I do not like. This is why I think competition is important. But unfortunately, it would seem that all the competitors agree that they're all going to raise their prices significantly, which means a better deal for them, a worse deal for you. They make a lot more money and you get little to no return on your investment. It's unfortunate that Nintendo has decided to increase the price of their older consoles. Like, do you really not have inventory stateside? I remember PlayStation, when they announced their price increase, they actually allocated additional inventory to be shipped to the United States. They kind of got ahead of it. And they also said that they are going to look at creating manufacturing processes that are done in the United States. So I believe, man, sorry, I didn't look up the story ahead of time, but I believe that they have managed to keep the price in the United States at least somewhat comparable to what it's always been. So kudos to them on that. But unfortunately, Nintendo has said all of our old hardware does need to increase in price. Now, beyond that, we do know that the Nintendo Switch 2, the unit itself, will remain the price it is currently at. So no need to fret there. Just thought I would post this update, wag my consumer finger at these big companies for increasing their prices at a time when, the dollar is tougher to get than ever before. But that's your news beat from Nintendo. What do you think about everybody increasing their prices? Are you all for it? I hope not. Nobody should be all for it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on my content goes live. I do greatly appreciate you watching. Thank you for doing so. Thank you so much to the members, Chris Ferretti, Phil Aroni, Aries, and Shane Carroll, who supports at the Legendary Plus tier. I do greatly appreciate you supporting my independent endeavor into gaming coverage. You can support at patreon.com/SaveStatePlus or by becoming a YouTube member. There's a join button. It's like right there. And if you click it, you can see more about the different levels you can support at. You want to see an update about the PlayStation thing I'm talking about? I will link to my video where I talked about that because it's a little foggy in my memory. I'm just going off what I remember, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.